Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at a trailer for a new movie coming out that I think is going to solve pretty much every issue in society at this point. There's been a lot of racial divide, I think is the best way to say, here in the United States for a pretty long time, and over the last year and a half or so, I think it's pretty obvious to pretty much anyone who's paid literally any attention to the news whatsoever that they're not getting any better. There's definitely a lot of problems in our society that need to be fixed, and with all of these things going on, right, with all of these problems and everyone arguing about all these different things, there's a new movie coming out that is, I guess, going to be the savior of everything, okay? This is going to be the greatest movie ever conceived. This is going to be the one that breaks all barriers in society for everyone and allows us to live in peace and harmony. If you can't tell, I'm being very sarcastic. This might be the worst fucking trailer to a movie I think I've ever seen in my life. The plot of the movie is I don't even know what to say at this point, man. I feel like we're about to go on an adventure and you guys are going to see something that you probably didn't want to see today, but I present to you what is probably going to be named Karen the movie. So yeah, they made a Karen movie. Go ahead and take a look.
I guess this is a long way from East Point.
Baby, you just gotta give it a chance.
Tell me about your new neighbors.
They're black. Do you mind keeping it down?
Alright, so you can already kind of see the tone that the movie is presenting here, right? You know, this young black family is moving into this neighborhood. They got a stuck-up old middle-aged white neighbor. The only discernible quality that apparently these people have throughout the entire movie is that it's a black family. She can't figure out anything else about them to present in a conversation. Oh, tell me about the new neighbors. And, you know, she's like, well, looking around all nervous and shit. Like, we're already not off to a great start, but it gets worse from here, trust me.
If you don't comply, I'll tell the manager.
Somebody's taking home security serious.
Hi, I am Karen Drexler. I'm your neighbor. You need to be taking your trash cans off the curb right when the trash is picked up.
Is she nice?
Yeah, she's nice.
Wait a minute, we have a white entitled neighbor named Karen?
Karen.
Yeah, you didn't miss that detail, trust me. Yeah, the neighbor's name, the white neighbor, is Karen. Obviously a play on the meme or whatever you want to call it, where people online have been sharing these viral videos of like middle-aged white women acting absolutely insane about everything, calling them Karens. From calling the police on people for simply being in the park to freaking out in the middle of Trader Joe's to having a meltdown in drive-through windows, right? Like, we've basically seen it all with the whole Karen situation. And yes, that is what they're hinting at here. You know, she's going to be a psychopath. She's not going to mind her own business, hence the cameras aimed at the family's house that just moved in.
Hey, enjoy yourself.
There she is, slaving away in the kitchen.
What the fuck kind of line was that? She's slaving away in the kitchen. The movie is like trying to be like showing this anti-racist message, right? Where it's like, oh, people shouldn't judge these families for moving into neighborhoods and they shouldn't harass them about trash cans on the street and, you know, aiming cameras at their house. Basically just being completely pathetic, annoying individuals. But at the same time, while we're presenting this anti-racist message, let's insert a line where we're basically joking about the horrific history of the United States and slavery against African Americans, because that's so fucking hilarious, right? Like, I'm not getting why that line was necessary to include. I guess to kind of highlight how horrible and racist and you know, shitty this neighbor is, but I feel like there was honestly way better ways to do so, way better lines that you could have written than such a cheap jab like that. The movie is so anti-racist that it's actually kind of shockingly racist if you really think about it.
I've come across some very suspecting teenagers.
Suspecting?
Can you please hurry up? Please, they're very aggressive.
This is not going to be a good movie in any regard, I'm quite certain. First off, they got Michael Jackson to fucking play Karen in this movie. The cinematography looks completely shitty. The whole plot is nonsensical and fucking stupid. The movie surprisingly comes off more racist than it does anti-racist. They've turned a meme onto the internet that has, you know, some truth to it, because obviously there are a lot of entitled middle-aged women out there and whatnot. it takes a meme from the internet and tries to depict like a legitimate horror story out of it, even though while there are obviously a lot of racist neighbors in the United States, and I guess probably all around the world too, I'm gonna assume that racism isn't just a United States thing here. They've completely written all the characters like shit. I mean, from what we see in this trailer, the only quality that the main character family here has is that they're a black family in what appears to be a white neighborhood. That's literally it. You've given us absolutely no details about who they are as people, you know, what they might be interested in, things like that, you know, things that actually build character development and things like that. It doesn't seem like there is really any sort of character development. It's just a fucking plot that happened in a 13-second viral clip on TikTok, and they made a 2-hour movie out of it.
Yep, I left my wallet with my ID at home. Leave us alone, we didn't do anything!
How the heck did you end up moving to this neighborhood? Next thing you know, we have criminals.
You take care of him, and I will take care of her.
Would you mind stepping out of the car?
My office has uncovered some disturbing information on her and her brother.
She doesn't like black people.
We have a search warrant.
Well, I'm black.
I know, she doesn't like you either.
I want to sell the house.
What'd I do? You can't tell me, huh?
We are living next door to a racist. You went in her house?
You wouldn't want your wife to know our little secret, right?
That was not standard police procedure back there.
What do we have here?
When you got a hammer, everything looks like nails.
You people are very angry.
Shut your mouth, boy.
Bad things happen to people that don't comply.
Dude, this whole thing just looks like a fucking, like, horrible sketch gone wrong, dude. Like, some fan-made little thing on YouTube that got posted as a joke kind of thing, like a homemade movie. This does not look like an actual movie in any stretch of the imagination. It really just kind of looks, honestly, like a low-budget little movie that some friends made one summer, right? Like, the budget was about $300 or something like that. I mean, horrible in every regard. I'm surprised that this isn't actually some sort of parody. It really just looks like something that somebody would have came up with for shits and giggles. And I mean, the thing is like, these are legitimate issues in society, right? Like, racism obviously exists. There are racist neighbors who will go out of their way to make people's lives a living hell. And all this movie really seems to do is kind of take that problem and try to almost like romanticize the narrative a little bit into a horror movie where it like takes like oh yeah, this is a real life issue now. We're gonna make it fun and spooky for a movie, right? Like, I don't need a movie to explain to me that these issues are real issues, right? I don't need for some corny fucking horror movie to come in and explain these things to me. It really just seems like a way to make people think that people care about the issue, right? Like, oh, well, I mean, we understand that Karens and all these other things, you know, they're real problems. So we're going to go ahead and make a movie about it to really address it. It really comes off in a very shitty way, to me at least. I think that this is a fucking ignorant movie, at least an ignorant trailer. I mean, from what I understand, the movie hasn't come out yet. There is the possibility, I guess, that it's really all just boiling down to an absolutely terrible trailer that does nothing to provide any actual context to the real storyline of the movie. But if this is what we're getting, man, this is fucking terrible, and somebody should be ashamed for it. This doesn't really seem to benefit anybody. It just really comes off as a way to make money off of legitimate problems for people who couldn't come up with any other ideas for a movie. But I don't know. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, just stunned that this even exists, and signing out.